Hello, this is Annette Stanton. I've just finished with a client coaching session and thought I'd come on and just share a little bit more about time scheduling. And one of the things that she continued to say was the word deadline. And in actual fact, language is so important when it comes to how your body reacts acts and reacts to things in life. And one of the things with the word deadline is the fact is most people are dead at the line. So she was quite in a humorous way, laughing about that because she consistently felt like she was dead at the line with every single project, every single, goal that she was wanting to achieve. And she was going through a way of life now that was changing and evolving, which was very foreign to her. And what was happening was her body was really reacting to a lot of pain and tension, and she felt like there was a part of her life that was not working for her the way it used to. And a lot of that, the way she used to run her life, was very much through control, very much through perfectionism and making sure everything was 150%. And in actual fact, she's studying at the moment for a particular area that she's interested in. And she said the feedback of all her assessments and assignments were that she was actually giving a hell of a lot more than what was required. So she was wondering why she was behind on a lot of her commitments and things that she really wanted to achieve in not only her personal life but also her professional life. So if that's something that you know that you come across yourself and you're feeling exhausted, consistently feeling dead at the line as such, so shift the language to a possible, well, I said, well, let's play with this. Maybe, shifting the language to time frame. I also like to use the word divine time. It means have a time frame, but also connecting with your body to make sure that you're not setting unrealistic time frames as such, because most of the time what we want to do is we focus on that end result. And what she realized was that she really wasn't enjoying the journey, even though she knew what she wanted to be doing was enjoyable to her. Her values were conscious and so forth. But she kept focusing on that end result, which is what we're all taught to do, isn't it? Well, what I've learnt the hard way is the fact that when we focus on the end result, you miss out a lot of being in the moment. You miss out on a lot of other opportunities that you might be missing and not seeing because you're so focused on that end result alone. And the big thing is most people become human doing. So they're doing the job, the task, the project, whatever the case might be, focusing on that end result without really being connected to the value of what that brings to you. So that's what her practice is going to be now, is really being a human being whilst inside the human doing. Instead of being a human doing and chasing after the goal, the next goal, the next goal, the next goal, which she realised is what she continually kept doing and has been doing all her life, which now wasn't working for her because of the pain and the tension that her body was feeling over many, many years. And I said to her, what if you created 70% and that was enough? So whereby your 70%, what if your 70% is everyone else's or other people's 120, 150%? And she looked at me, she said, whoa, I don't know if I could do that. And I said, well, yeah, it's going to be a practice. So making sure that you're not, there's another term based on overpromise, underpromise and overdeliver. Now, if you know that your perfection nature continues to, I'll just do more, as mine has been in the past, especially when I tried to write a book for many, many years, over 10 years. But because of my perfectionist nature, I never felt that anything that I started writing was good enough. So I had to come back to, well, 70% is good enough, knowing that my perfection nature, it left me room to expand on what was next. And I could then create consistency and a habit of writing that kept accumulating over time. So if you're expecting, and if you're a high achiever, perfectionist type personality style who is so darn hard on yourself, which I used to be, and I still practice that every day, not to be, then it's really important to notice that personality trait inside of you. And it doesn't mean that you're lazy if you step back and you become the observer of yourself inside of whatever, the task is, the goal is, the action that you're taking, so that you can see, you might be able to observe other ways of doing it that simplifies not only your life, your business, your career, it simplifies and takes the pressure off yourself. So one of the things that I'm working with this woman on is how to really simplify her life, her mindset, so that her body can relax, so the tension and the pressure and the pain isn't being caused inside her body based on all the pressure that she'd been putting on herself for many, many years on an external level. So this is a reprogramming, it's a retraining. Sure, she's, we've got a pain management plan in place for her as well, and through whatever respective doctors and professionals that are required there. But the other side is making sure that the habit of pressure and external life and business and other things that need to be done, in what way are you looking through the eyes, and what senses are being activated that might be over sensory usage, which causes exhaustion. So if that's something that you are interested in finding out more about, then that's something that obviously I have the amazing conversations with my clients, the things that behind closed doors we talk about that come up, and these are the areas that I have personally lived in my life as a high achiever, and I've studied and have a better understanding of now. And how do we as human beings live a life that is honouring our values and still achieving goals, but without the pressure that we put on ourselves to achieve them, and also at what sacrifices can be occurred along the way, whereby you might be dropping the ball in other areas that are really important to you because of the personality nature, especially as a high achiever, when they get so focused and drill down into what it is. As she said, when she does certain aspects, she can spend days and days and days and not come up for air because she's, so engrossed and motivated in what she's doing. But it can be at the cost of her health, her family life, her, having some form of emotional and physical and, logical balance. So that all the balance of the mind, the body, the soul needs to be in alignment for a natural energy flow to occur. Okay, so if that's something that you're interested in, you want to find out more about, then please feel free to contact me. I'd love to hear more, or put your comments down below. How do you manage yourself inside of your own, the human doing and the human being? What has to take place in your life? What actions need to, how do you manage your actions? Because the other thing that she mentioned to me is that how well organised she is in business, but not in her life. So I said, well, let's transfer those skills and create, a time schedule so that she can be more organised, in giving herself the gift of those things that are important. So she's now going to the gym. She's now doing, studies that she really enjoys doing. She's spending time with her family. She's taken the pressure and the control so much off, because that's the other thing she realised, was that she's transferring her controlling nature and her high perfectionist nature into her children. So that's something that she's practicing as well, and noticing those areas. So it can affect your whole life. So I just thought I'd come on board and share that with you today. And you're not alone. Other people go through it. As I said to this woman, there's a lot of people that I've been coaching around that area. What they notice in who they're being at work, in business, can affect their whole life. So thank you, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Okay, this is Annette Stanton. Bye for now. Ciao.